Hello and welcome back to the Spiritual Warrior Training Series. I want to thank you and congratulate you for following along this long. This is just day 5 out of 30. We're going to keep going, but each day that you do some of the work, each day that you do this reflection that I'm giving you, you are moving yourself forward in a way, and I want to congratulate you for the fact that not everyone's willing to do the work. So if you're following along and you're doing the work and you're taking the action steps, this is why you're here. Because you are meant to be a spiritual warrior. You are meant to help the shift that is happening in this world. And I'm so proud of you for taking this opportunity to do some of the work for you. So today we're going to talk a little bit about honoring the healing process. As we continue and as we grow as spiritual warriors, as leaders, as people in this space of healing, we know our journey is never done, right? And we are at every level that we continue to expand into, there is some healing that's going to happen. We're going to talk a little bit about the cycles that we're going to go through, and that you'll notice there's some repetition in here. Because we are here, there is something like karmically that we are meant to heal through in this process. But it doesn't follow an exact timeline. And we're going to notice there's going to be ups and downs throughout our whole journey. But we're here today to learn how to honor this process, because it doesn't look the same thing for everybody. So when we're on a journey, even together through this process, you're going to notice that, if you're having a conversation with someone, or if we're having this talk, is that the healing's going to look different for other people in the community, for other people that you're connected with, for other people that you're following. So don't compare. This is the biggest trap we get caught in our healing journey, is that we compare our journey to someone else's. And we go, well, I feel like I'm way further behind, or I'm not here yet, or, especially in the spiritual warrior journey, because people have awakenings at different times in their life. And I've been doing this for 5 years. Maybe you just started. Maybe you've been doing it for 20. And there is absolutely no judgment in any of that, because each one of us has our own journey. That's why it's called a journey. It is not an end destination. It is where we're supposed to be at any one given time. And we know we are exactly where we were meant to be in this given moment right now for your shift. So you are not behind. Don't compare yourself to others. And like I said, healing can be such an interesting journey. There's not one way. There are so many different methodologies. That's why I host a space called Spirituality Amplified. So you get to connect to multiple different modalities that you need to heal you in your process in whatever time frame or way that you need, because everybody needs it. It looks differently for everybody. It could be messy. It could be falling apart. It could be actually nobody even notices that you're going through a healing process. Like I said, it could also be repetitive. We notice there's definitely times where you're like, I swear, there's times in your journey where you're like, I feel like I've done this before. I've already healed this part of me. I've gone through this already. And each time you go through it, you're in a different point in your journey. So you haven't gone backwards, because that's another piece, is that sometimes we feel like we're moving backwards. You are not. It's actually, you're in a different part of your story, and there might be something similar that comes up. You can't move backwards. You physically can't go backwards. You can't unlearn how to ride a bike. You are at a different point in your journey, and it just feels like this is the same thing you've gone through. Yet you're always continuing forward. And it may seem slow. The days may drag on, but that is okay. Remember, you are exactly where you're supposed to be in this exact moment. And the things that are coming in that may feel like it's slowing you down are there for a reason as well. So don't remove all judgment of your journey, because we're going to continue to expand in exactly the right things in the right way that are meant for you. Each layer, each time you go through that repetition or that pattern or that understanding, that awareness, each time you go through those processes, you are beginning to get a more clarity, a deeper release, a deeper amount of growth and understanding. You are at a different, even every day, you are at a different point in your awareness. You know more than you did yesterday. So there's always growth and always expansion. So today, I really want you to honor whatever season you are in. That could be reflection. You could be rebuilding yourself in that process. You could be surrendering and letting go of some things. It could be stepping into something totally new. that you're uncomfortable. Again, going back to that fear that we talked about yesterday. We don't know what that next awareness is going to be or where it's going to come from. What part of that lesson you're going to understand this time. So what I want you to really know is that you do not have to rush this process. I know for myself and my own journey, I feel like, okay, am I not there yet? Why can't I just be there already? But your process to be worthy of more, to have more abundance, to become something different, there is no rush. You are meant to be in this process. But I do have an opportunity that I created a methodology, actually, because I've gone through a lot of self-development, self-discovery in myself. And one thing I've learned is that it takes, again, it's different for every different person. But there's a methodology that I've created. It's called the Sacred Shift. And it's bits and pieces of all the different things I've done through my own journey. But there's pieces that I found, the most valuable pieces, and I kind of put them all together in this Sacred Shift, what I call the Sacred Shift. And I have an opportunity where you can get it where you can connect with it super easily. And it's a self-study process where you move at your own pace. You do the deep work. And again, what I mentioned a couple days ago about getting into the discomfort zone and being uncomfortable. This is where the bigger shifts happen. This is where the transformation happens. So you get tools and resources, and there's recorded videos where you get to reconnect with yourself without pressure. You get to take your time through that process. As I mentioned, there's video lessons, there is journal prompts, there is meditations, there is breath work, there is guided shifts on how you're supposed to work through that process. It is an 8-week process, but once you master it, you will be able to apply it to every aspect of your life. So whether it's money, relationships, whatever you're working through, you'll be able to take that, master that process in the 8 weeks. You can go through it much quicker if you'd like. But if you go through that process and you take the time, you will find some major awarenesses and a major transformation within yourself. So, your action step for today. I want you to sit with yourself for 10 minutes. Ask yourself, what does my healing need right now? What is my soul telling me? What part of my body or what part of my awareness needs to be heard today? Hold space. Do you need support? Do you need to surrender? Pay attention to what shows up. Trust your intuition here. Write it down and honor that answer. And I want to close today with a thought. True strength is in honoring what's real for you, not what it looks like for everyone else, not everyone else's opinion. True strength is honoring what feels right for you, and that's what matters. That's it for today. Have a beautiful day, and we will see you next time.